Hello, everybody, and welcome to the White Hatter YouTube News Show. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Darren.
Let's get into some news topics, shall we?
In the news.
First news topic is interesting opinion piece that's been making its way around the internet last week is titled, "Is it time to pause sales of Apple AirTags?"
No.
Here's why. And the article goes into recent reports of increased police reports among AirTag tracking, where people are finding unwanted AirTags on their persons or on their property.
You know, my answer to this question is no. This is nothing new. It doesn't surprise me that there's more police reports coming out over this, but I think people are can't throw the baby out with the bathwater kind of approach to this, right? Because we also got to think of all the positive things that AirTags are doing, because like we always say, it's not the technology, it's how people use the technology that make it good or bad, right? Like you can use AirTags to find your lost bag, your lost dog, maybe your in-law who's got Alzheimer's disease and has a habit of wandering and you're trying to find them. Like there's so many positive usages, but anything used in a positive way can also use in a negative way. And here's the other issue, Brandon, to be quite honest. Let's say we do get rid of AirTags. Guess what? There are a variety of cheaper ways that these people who want to track ex-spouses from an abusive relationship can use technology cheaper than AirTags out there, right? So just some of my thoughts.
Yeah, I think, obviously, I know the article's going at, and I know they're trying to hop onto the anti-AirTag movement, and I get why. I mean, by that logic, we should remove motor vehicles because of traffic collisions. We should remove, so, I mean.
It's, Apple did make a mistake, and the mistake was they didn't have privacy by design built into the AirTags. I don't think they ever thought about how they could be misused. They just wanted to get out there for a positive way. And as a result of that, bad things happened. But credit to Apple, as these things were becoming more obvious or becoming more high profile because of media reports, they're taking actions to minimize risks of AirTags being used in inappropriate ways. Now, will they be able to totally remove it? Absolutely not. They're not going to be able to do that. But again, should we be throwing the baby out with the bathwater specific to AirTags? My opinion is no, because I think there's so many more positive ways people are using them. And I've recommended this to a number of families now who have parents who are experiencing Alzheimer's disease or wanderers and kids who are wanderers as well, as a way that, if they leave the home out of a secure location, they're able to quickly find them, right? Which is really important. And again, I get to the point where even if you were to ban these, even if Apple, there was a huge thing where there were billions of people said Apple stopped selling them. And let's say Apple does decide to stop selling them. There are other technologies out there way cheaper than AirTags that do the same thing.
True.
Right? So just some thoughts.
Next article is...
Oh, by the way, speaking of Apple, can I share something with you?
What's that?
Check out these new cufflinks I got.
Oh, they're iPads.
They're iPads. iPads. Hey, maybe I can do a top-down view, and people can see.
No, that camera's not on.
Okay. So here they are, right here. They're iPads. I just got them in the mail. I never get parcels. Your partner always gets parcels. I never get parcels. I got this parcel, and I was so happy. Just sharing. I'm an Apple fan.
That's a
boy,
story.
Right?
Yeah. The next article is Amazon hikes prices for Prime members in Canada.
I'm okay with this.
Well, I mean, okay, so first off, history here. Prime has not upped their prices since 2013 in
Canada, right?
Yeah.
In Canada. And I also think that, they've done a huge upgrade to the content of what it is that they're offering on Prime now, right?
Right. So we talked about Prime Video. So I guess Prime is a bunch of things. So you got Prime Delivery, which is 2-day Amazon delivery,
which is good.
Which is cool.
You use it all the time.
Yes. And then there's Prime Video.
Yeah. And it's all packaged in the same thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Which they just purchased MGM.
Yep.
So they own Bond.
Yes.
And then they also are releasing their $1 billion Lord of the Rings TV series in September.
Yeah.
And they have some pretty good originals now.
Yeah, they do. So, I've noticed that a lot on Prime. Like a lot of their movies and that kind of stuff, like some of their older stuff is pretty corny, right? But a lot of the new stuff that's coming out, it's like Hollywood quality stuff. Like there's some good shows. We just watched one last night, and it was really good.
Yeah. Prime also has Prime Music and Prime Photo Storage as well.
Yeah, I don't use Prime Music.
Yeah. So those are also included. So I mean,
$2.
Now that it's in Canada $9.99, which is an increase of $20 per year. extra $20 for a lot of good, better content on Prime Video. Not a bad deal.
I do think that this is another reason why we need the Disney Pluses, we need the Netflixes, because it puts out more competition so that they can't corner the market. Because if they corner it, they can hike their prices, right?
Prime was the weakest link.
It was.
Well, now I think it's not quite in terms of content as the same as Disney Plus or Netflix.
Yes,
but I mean,
or Apple.
But they offer. Apple doesn't have a whole lot of stuff.
They do. Have you seen some of the new stuff they've come out? Like there's some good stuff.
The newer stuff, they're getting better, yeah.
Yeah, there's some good stuff coming out right now. We've watched a number of them as well.
Fair.
Yeah, we're boomers. We watch a lot of TV, unlike you millennials.
I watch Prime and Netflix and Disney.
Yeah, but do you actually watch TV?
No.
See?
Cable? I don't know when I turned the cable box on last.
I know.
Next article is Twitter confirms it is working on an edit button. Elon Musk will likely take credit. Which, to be fair, before Elon bought the most shares in Twitter than anyone.
He was supposed to be on the board. He was starting to go on the board, but just this weekend they announced that he's not going to be on. He's decided not to go for the board of directors.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would you?
He's busy enough putting...
Be on the board of Twitter or putting rockets in space.
You know what I love about Elon? He's a disruptor. He really is, right? Like I got a lot of people don't have time for him. I do. I just look at the disruption that he has made in so many different industries, especially the space industry, and what he's doing. He's quirky, like you.
True.
But I mean, I just I think he's just funny.
Just has a couple extra zeros on there.
A couple.
The FCC's favorite billionaire. Twitter has announced right after he bought the the most shares in Twitter,
right,
that they were already working on an edit button that they'll preview in their Twitter Blue.
Well, it's about time.
But they said they're going to preview it in the Twitter Blue subscription service. So it probably will be a paid-for feature.
That's just not on. People have been crying for this for years on Twitter.
Doesn't that break the spirit of Twitter?
No. Well, Twitter originally said that they were only going to have so many letters in their tweet, but then they changed that.
But that still doesn't break the spirit of Twitter.
And then sometimes, how many times have you posted something on Twitter, you read it, and your brain goes, everything's good to go. You hit send, and then you read it a couple of minutes later because you post it, and you go, missed an S, missed an E, missed a period, right?
I don't know what you're saying.
Especially you, right? So, I think the edit button, if they're going to put it, why not do the same thing they do on Facebook, where if you edit it, it clearly says post is being edited or tweet is being edited, right? But just to make this
like a time limit, right? You only edit within like 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, I'm okay with that,
right? Because it's about breaking the spirit of Twitter.
Yeah, whatever. What's with the spirit? Where'd you get that spirit all of a sudden?
Just saying,
like what?
What makes Twitter different than Facebook?
Nothing. Facebook has an edit.
Yeah, but Twitter doesn't. Twitter's more of a stream of consciousness.
Yeah, but sometimes when you stream,
the amount of rants and just like text you put on Twitter.
But isn't it sometimes nice that all of a sudden you tweeted something because you went blah, and then you go, I shouldn't have said that, so you go in and fix it. Right? Like, come on. Like the majority of people who use Twitter have been saying for years they wish they had the edited button. So it's nice to see it. I think it's wrong to only put it on their Prime Twitter. What did you say?
It's their Twitter Blue, which is their sub. It's like only $2 a month or something.
Yeah, right. Like that's just ridiculous. Make it open to everybody. But Elon Musk, I'm not worthy. I would love to go up into space on SpaceX if you have the opportunity. Put the white hatter up there. I can do an internet safety and digital literacy session for teens up in SpaceX. That'd be cool.
He does have Starlink, so it could happen.
Starlink as well. There's so many different ways, Elon, that you and the white hatters can work together. Check us out. Give us a call. We'd love to work with you. He might hear it. Who knows? Wouldn't that be cool to do a session for kids? Because he's such a tech guy, right? Like, wouldn't it be cool for us to go up into SpaceX, into space, and do an actual session on social media safety and digital literacy for teens? From space! Right? I think that would be so cool. And then market that with his Starlink. That would be so cool. Elon, give us a call, man. Give us a call. You never know. Stranger things have happened.
Our tiny YouTube channel will reach Elon. We'll see.
That'd be pretty cool. You never know.
last article is the UK will issue.
I still think that would be cool. Can you imagine being up in the Dragon capsule, the SpaceX Dragon capsule, and doing a session? Like, that would be so cool.
You promise the hat would be
I know the
hat
would be flying around. I mean, it would be so cool. What a great way to introduce, STEM technology, right, as well to kids. Just so many positive things that can be done. Elon, give us a call. Give us a call. Anyways.
Moving on with something that's actually going to happen. The UK will issue an official NFT.
Like, what the heck?
So, the UK Royal Mint has announced that they will be releasing an official NFT this summer. Details are not yet available, but they said they're looking forward to integrating cryptocurrencies potentially into the UK's future of online digital transactions.
What's interesting, I've been reading for a while now how a lot of countries are looking at blockchain technology and maybe moving to blockchain technology as countries, right, as their major source of currency. So maybe this is a way for the UK to kind of dip their toe into that sphere to say, hey, I wonder if this might lead to bigger and better things. What do you think? What do you think?
The government bodies have stated that they're not against it. They're looking at how to regulate it and how to integrate more stable currency, digital currency, into the marketplace. So,
guess what I'm doing right now?
Are you in space?
I'm visualizing that I'm in space on SpaceX in the Dragon capsule with Elon Musk. Anyways.
So, I mean, interesting. We'll see what this term. I don't know.
I don't know either. That's why I went off on a tangent. Like, really?
NFTs. I mean, okay. NFTs, crypto, same technology, but there are some differences.
Yeah, there are.
NFTs. I'm like, what's the purpose? Cryptocurrency. I do kind of see a purpose.
I watched a couple of TikToks just recently where these photographers now are taking pictures of people and offering to sell them as NFTs. Like giving them to the people and setting them up as NFTs and giving it to them.
But what does that mean?
I know.
What's the purpose? Like, NFTs are currently under at least U.S. copyright law. NFTs have no purpose.
And there's so much fraud going on right now in NFTs right now. It's just a dangerous place to be. Cryptocurrency, a little different. Like you say, they're two different things. They kind of use the same technology.
They both use blockchain.
Blockchain, right?
Which is a public digital registry of transactions, which is actually, from a banking standpoint, not bad because you can see where money goes.
And that's why a lot of banks don't want it.
Right, yeah, because how are banks going to hide their potential misdoings if everyone can track what everyone does?
I mean, if the banks had their way, they would love to shut down all the cryptocurrency people, right? Programs. They would love to shut them down. That's why banks are now starting to move into cryptocurrency.
Unless banks can leverage it to their benefit.
And that's what they're trying to do now, right? They're trying to do that.
But from UK government body, interesting to see that, again, they're open to the idea of this technology, and we'll see how this turns out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let us know in the comments below. And that is the show. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you all.
The White Hatters, lost in space, 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 space. Bye, everybody.
Bye.